SAP Interactive Forms by Adobe. Questions and answers. What is SAP Interactive Forms by Adobe? SAP Interactive Forms by Adobe is a solution that allows the creation of interactive and print forms using Adobe Lifecycle Designer integrated into the SAP environment. What are the key components of SAP Interactive Forms? 1. Adobe Lifecycle Designer. 2. Form Interface. Context. 3. Form Layout. 4. ISR Framework. For HR, etc. 5. ADS. Adobe Document Services. What is Adobe Document Services, ADS? ADS is a server-side component that processes interactive forms, rendering, pre-filling, and extracting data using XML and PDF technologies. How do you create an Adobe form in SAP? Use Transaction SFP to create the interface and form layout. The interface handles data logic, while the layout is designed using Adobe Lifecycle Designer. What is the difference between Smart Forms and Adobe Forms? 1. Adobe Forms support interactive features and barcodes. 2. Smart Forms are easier but less flexible and modern. 3. Adobe Forms use XML-based rendering. What is the role of the interface in Adobe Forms? The interface defines the form's data structure and includes import, export parameters, global variables, and code logic. Can Adobe Forms be made interactive? Yes, using Adobe Lifecycle Designer, fields can be interactive, allowing users to fill, validate, and submit PDF forms. What is the use of context in Adobe Forms? Context maps the interface data to the form layout, allowing structured use of data in subforms and fields. What file format is generated by Adobe Forms? PDF, interactive or non-interactive depending on the form design. How are Adobe Forms integrated with ABAP? Using function modules or ABAP programs, where fp_job_open, fp_function_module_name, call function, and fp_job_close are commonly used. What is a subform in Adobe Lifecycle Designer? Subforms are containers for grouping fields, used for layout structuring, repeatable sections, and conditional display. What are floating fields in Adobe Forms? Floating fields dynamically display variable data in the text body at runtime, useful for paragraphs or narrative data. How do you handle dynamic tables in Adobe Forms? Use subforms with flowed layout and bind them to an internal table via context mapping. What are the types of form layouts in Adobe Forms? 1. Flowed layout. 2. Positioned layout. What is the ISR framework? ISR, Interactive Scenario for Requests, framework is used in HR forms and workflows, leveraging Adobe Interactive Forms. What is a barcode in Adobe Forms? Barcodes in Adobe Forms allow encoding field data into machine-readable formats, e.g., Code 128, Data Matrix. What transaction is used for form testing? SFP, Form Builder, is used for creation and testing. Test using Test button in SFP. Can Adobe Forms be used offline? Yes, interactive PDFs can be filled offline and submitted later if designed with submission capabilities. How do you handle events and scripting in Adobe Forms? Use JavaScript or Form Calc in the Lifecycle Designer for field validation, dynamic visibility, and calculations. What are some common issues with Adobe Forms? 1. Font embedding errors. 2. Printer compatibility. 3. Incorrect data mapping. 4. ADS configuration issues. How to debug Adobe Form issues. 1. Use SFP to test form directly. 2. Use ST22 for dumps. 3. Check SLG1 for ADS logs. 4. Validate XML structure manually.